Friendship Peak is situated in the Biaskund area of Pir Panjal range at an altitude of 5,300 meters. It is a difficult level trekking peak which requires prior trekking experience and good fitness. It's a semi-technical trek and ideal for people with limited or no mountaineering experience. This is the most popular mountain area for foreign tourists also. The surrounding peaks like Hanuman Tibba, Shetidhar, Indrasan, Seven Sisters and Deo Tibba offers amazing panoramic view of the Pir Panjal and Dhauladhar ranges. The mix of Great Himalayan ranges, Dhauladhar and Pir Panjal is the main highlight of Friendship Peak trek that grabs attention and interest of mountaineers from all over the world. The trail to Friendship Peak unfolds from Solang Valley and winds through beautiful oak forests, flowers, boulders, meadows, moraines and glaciers. The lush expanses of the trail give way to a beautiful snow bed after a certain altitude. As the summit ridge requires fixed rope, crampons and ice axe, hence it surely demands a good fitness, but it needs no formal training of mountaineering to climb it. The Friendship Peak trek is an unmissable for those who are seeking a pure thrill. Traveling from Manali to Dhundi village by road via Solang Valley, we will begin our trek to Bhakarthaj campsite. Dhundi, the last village in Solang Valley, where the Beas river meets its first tributary between the Biaskund and Rohtang Pass. From Dhundi, our trek starts from the Korni forest tree line to the high altitude meadows. The climb to Bhakarthaj is not very steep, and step by step the trails will grow beautiful, pain easing and rewarding. Huge pine and birch trees can be found on the trails. The campsite is beautiful beside the river and one of the most beautiful places around. You can see glacier from the distance. Bhakarthaj is a high altitude shepherd's field, a marvelous expanse of greenery all around, where the shepherds let their cattle graze during the summers and majority of the monsoons. Bhakarthaj can witness strong wind sometimes, so carefully set up the camp at a stable place covered by boulders. Today's trek begins with a steep climb through subalpine bushes and wide variety of flowers leading to a maze of boulders. You will notice lots of canes on the top of boulders which will help you to find the way, especially when the clouds are hanging low and visibility is low. After crossing the boulders, the trail continues on the left side of the river Beas and later the valley opens to the vision of Biaskund in distance. Just before the campsite, you will have to cross many small streams. The streams are narrow and easily doable. Biaskund is 20 minutes walk from the campsite. The lake has beautiful greenish blue water and floating ice surrounded by steep meadows and alpine flowers. Your trail towards the Byas-Kund goes through moraines and one has to cross streams flowing down from the glacier. The landscape in the surrounding of the Byas-Kund is vast open valley with snow-capped and rocky mountains. Byas-Kund is a serene lake from which river Byas originates. The lake isn't great in its dimension, but is of great importance among the Hindu inhabitants of the valley, who used to visit and worship on occasions. As you touch the pristine blue water of the lake, you can feel all your senses conspiring to relieve you from the exhaustion. Today's trek to Lady Lake campsite is pristine and beautiful. First you will have to trek till Byas-Kund, then a steep climb over the ridge. The steep trail reaches the highest point of the day, a small gully through which you cross on the other side of the ridge. While climbing, you can have the top view of the Byas-Kund, which is awesome. After reaching Lady Lake campsite, have a good rest, enjoy the beautiful mountain ranges in front and clouds playing around. You will get a proper view of the Hanuman Tibba from here. You can also camp here for an extra day to rest and acclimatize properly. This day, you can also have a short visit to Summit Camp in your Koflach booths to get comfortable with the booths and also to check and decide a spot to put your camp next day. Today's climb is steep but relatively short and takes around 2 to 3 hours, and it will be your first close encounter with Friendship Peak. Make sure to carry all the equipment that you might need while climbing the peak. The summit camp is situated between the mountain ranges and gives an alluring view of the peak. Spend the day to acclimatize and adjust in the ambience. Also plan this day on summit camp for equipment briefing and snowcraft training. Learn how to use gears and techniques of rope fixation. Most importantly, learn to arrest yourself on the slope because of the presence of almost perpendicular slopes which can be strenuous to climb. Today is going to be a long day, so start early in the morning around 2 am so you can cross the maximum distance over snow before it starts melting in the direct sun. Also, it will take minimum of 8 hours to reach the summit. Quickly have an early morning breakfast and get ready with all your equipment, wearing your snow boots, gaiters, helmets, head torch, gloves and harnesses, and start the trek on time. The climb is challenging due to the presence of extremely steep slopes and numerous crevasses. As you climb forward, the route becomes narrow and full of rocky patches. Use a marching technique as you have been told and change your carabiners carefully while shifting from one fixed rope to another. Take care of your crampon while walking. The view from the top are stunning, which makes this expedition worth undertaking. Celebrate your moment and click pictures, but be careful since the platform at the summit is not too wide. Descending early is also important because the way back is also long, and once the snow gets slushy, descent would become difficult. After reaching summit camp, pack all your luggage and get back to Lady Lake campsite for overnight stay. When you are in the mountains, then you don't want to be bothered with the questions like what time it is or what day it is, because it hardly matters. What actually matters is the sunlight that touches your skin in the cool morning, the breeze that shakes your body, the perfect rhythm, the clouds that makes you dream, and the stars that reminds you of stories. The feeling of being in a whole different world and the aura surrounding you is something that will refrain your desire to retreat back into the catastrophic world where life seems full of chaos.